I'd worked most of my life in the sports industry, and as well as having a full-time job. And I thought when we were getting closer to an age where we should start enjoying ourselves, and the children threw us out of the house and said, it's time for you to go, and we've seen you often enough. We sold up from Hove in Sussex and looked for a place to move to. So we're buried nicely in the country, and we don't have to worry about passing traffic and things like that. You see passing hares and passing rabbits, and we've seen deer out here, and we've got lots of pine martens, and we've got minks and things like that. So you see something, and birds galore. I mean, that's a treasure of being here. There's so many varieties of birds that I didn't even know existed, let alone saw before. So that's what makes Louise's weaving easier, because she sees robins with white feathers, and she sees blue titches and et cetera, et cetera. And it just helps with the conception of weaving.
Well, as you can see, it's jam-packed full of weaving looms and cloth and lots of yarn. So I weave quite a lot over here. My computer loom, which is just behind you, the Weave Bird, that's a relatively new acquisition. So I'm getting used to that, getting to know it quite well. But yeah, lots of work goes on in here. It used to be an old tractor shed, so lots of renovation needed doing. The people have been fantastic, very, very interested, always very motivating. Almost every other person has had a member of their family who have worked in the mills, who've worked in some part of the textile industry. So that has been fascinating. Lots of potential to develop, lots. And of course the countryside, the lakes, the lochs, the hills are just stunning, just beautiful. So very, very inspirational. Married for sort of a historic number of years, and I guess opposites attract, and overhearing the conversations he has with the newspapers and giving quotes and what have you.
When ice hockey started, when we moved here, there was no ice hockey at all, and then the Giants said, would you like to become involved? Could you be our press officer? I said no, but I'll broadcast your games for you. You know, here's a man living in a mile up a farm track in County Fermanagh is writing for all their national papers, and as a consequence it's mystifying for them, to say the least.
I think the people, just going back to the people in Fermanagh, I think they've been fascinated to have this Canadian talking about a sport that perhaps they'd never actually, heard much about before. So I think Wayne has brought an awful lot to the community in that sense, definitely. Wayne's at home wherever his heart is, and I think his heart is over here. A place of peace and tranquility, and Indigenous people friendly beyond belief. I mean, it's just so different from living in a city, obviously. It's just this famous Fermanagh sort of timekeeping. It's a different rhythm of life, so definitely. Which goes with sort of the rhythm of weaving, I guess, so it's wonderful.